Today, we're diving into the topic Rashidun Caliphate, meaning rightly guided, refers to the first four leaders of the Islamic Empire, Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, and Ali, who ruled from 600 to 661 CE. They stepped into leadership following the death of Prophet Muhammad in 632 CE, with Abu Bakr assuming the title of Caliph, signifying succession to the Prophet's leadership, though not to his prophethood itself, which Muslims believe ended with Muhammad. During their rule, the Islamic army successfully united the Arabian Peninsula under the banner of Islam and expanded their territory by conquering parts of the Byzantine Empire and the entire Sassanian Empire. These conquests, swift and enduring, faced a setback during the reign of the last of the Rashidun Caliphs, Ali, who grappled with internal conflicts and civil war, particularly significant to Shia Muslims, who regard Ali as the rightful heir to Muhammad. Despite challenges, the Rashidun Caliphs introduced an innovative administrative system that laid the groundwork for future governance. Though they did not establish absolute authority, their administrative framework endured and evolved under subsequent rulers until 1924 CE. The death of Prophet Muhammad in 632 CE left his followers grappling with uncertainty and mourning. With no appointed heir and faced with the emergence of false claimants to prophethood, the Muslim community faced a crisis of leadership. Many Arabian tribes renounced their allegiance to Islam, while others falsely claimed prophethood, defying Muhammad's declaration that he was the final prophet of God. And Abu Bakr, a trusted companion of Muhammad and the first male convert to Islam, assumed the mantle of leadership as the caliph following Muhammad's death. Despite opposition from some factions, including the Shiite Ali who supported Ali's claim, Abu Bakr's authority prevailed, earning him the title of Khalifa, or successor to the Prophet. In the aftermath of Muhammad's passing, the Muslim community faced external threats from apostates and false prophets, most notably Musaylimah, who posed a significant danger to the unity of Islam. Recognizing the urgency of the situation, Abu Bakr called upon all able-bodied men to wage jihad, or holy war, against the enemies of Islam. Dividing the Muslim army into multiple units, Abu Bakr strategically deployed them to quell rebellion and consolidate control over the Arabian Peninsula in what became known as the Ridda Wars. Notably, General Khalid ibn al-Walid emerged as a key figure, securing victory against Musaylimah's forces at the Battle of Yamama. With the Arabian tribes united under Islam, Abu Bakr turned his attention to neighboring lands, Syria and Iraq, which were under the rule of the Byzantine and Sassanian empires respectively. Exploiting the weakened state of these empires, Abu Bakr ordered military campaigns to extend Muslim dominion. Abu Bakr emphasized humane treatment of civilians and religious figures in the conquered territories, instructing his troops to refrain from harming women, children, the elderly, and religious leaders. Despite his death shortly thereafter, Abu Bakr's military strategies paved the way for subsequent successes in Syria and Iraq. General Khalid, demonstrating his military prowess, led successful campaigns in both Iraq and Syria. In a remarkable feat of endurance, Khalid traversed the barren desert with his men, sustaining them by sacrificing camels for sustenance along the way. His victories against the Byzantine forces, notably at the Battle of Ajnadin, further solidified Muslim control in the region. Though Abu Bakr did not live to witness the full extent of these triumphs, his leadership and strategic vision laid the foundation for the expansion and consolidation of the early Islamic Empire. Following Abu Bakr's death, Umar ibn Khattab, a trusted companion of Muhammad known for his strict adherence to justice, ascended to the position of caliph. Umar, often referred to as the commander of the faithful, continued the military campaigns initiated by his predecessor. In the year 636 CE, the Muslim army achieved significant victories under Umar's leadership. Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas led the forces to defeat a major Sassanian counterattack at the Battle of Al-Qadisiyah, bringing Iraq under Muslim control. Simultaneously, Khalid ibn al-Walid's troops secured a decisive victory against the Byzantines at the Battle of Yarmouk, effectively bringing the Levant under Rashidun rule. Jerusalem, a significant religious and cultural center, peacefully surrendered to Umar in 638 CE, further expanding the Muslim dominion. However, Umar's decision to demote Khalid from his generalship following these triumphs sparked debate among historians. While some attribute the demotion to personal issues between Umar and Khalid, others suggest it was due to Khalid's alleged cruelty on the battlefield, despite his military prowess. During his 10-year reign, Umar implemented various administrative reforms to govern the expanding empire effectively. He introduced the Divan, a rudimentary bureaucracy responsible for managing military salaries and pensions. To prevent looting by the army, Umar established garrison cities where armed forces were kept separate from civilian populations. Umar's reign saw the introduction of novel institutions and reforms, including the establishment of police, courts, and parliaments. He also introduced the Islamic calendar, marking the beginning from the year of the Prophet's migration from Mecca to Medina in 622 CE. Renowned for his piety and commitment to justice, Umar earned the title of Farouk, meaning the one who distinguishes between right and wrong. Despite personal tragedies, such as the wrongful accusation of adultery against his son, Umar upheld justice impartially. After the death of Abu Ubaidah, Umar appointed Muawiyah as the new governor of Syria in 639 CE. Muawiyah would later establish the Umayyad Caliphate in 661 CE, marking a significant shift in Islamic governance. However, Umar's reign was cut short by his assassination in 644 CE at the hands of Lulu, a Persian slave seeking vengeance for the defeat of the Persians. Following the assassination of Caliph Umar, a committee of 6 members was tasked with selecting his successor. After much deliberation, Uthman ibn Affan was chosen as the next caliph. Uthman, hailing from the influential Umayyad clan, had close ties to Muhammad, having been married to 2 of the Prophet's daughters. Known for his generosity, he earned the title of Ghani, meaning the generous, for his philanthropic deeds. During Uthman's reign, the Islamic Empire witnessed further military successes. The consolidation of Egypt, expansion into additional Persian territories, and repulsion of Byzantine counterattacks marked notable achievements. The support of local populations, particularly Monophysites who had suffered under previous rulers, bolstered Muslim rule in these regions. Despite these triumphs, Uthman faced growing discontent among the populace. Economic challenges, including rising prices and socio-economic issues exacerbated by ongoing warfare, strained relations with the general population. Additionally, Uthman was criticized for favoring his kinsmen from the Umayyad clan in key positions and faced false accusations of blasphemy. The decline in Uthman's popularity, coupled with his reluctance to suppress dissent with military force, ultimately led to his tragic demise. In 656 CE, rebel soldiers from the garrison city of Fustat in Egypt stormed Uthman's residence, assassinating him while he was reading the Quran. Despite his wife Naila's courageous attempt to protect him, Uthman succumbed to the attackers. Politically weakened but revered for his honesty and gentleness, Uthman was offered sanctuary by his cousin Muawiyah in Syria. However, Uthman remained steadfast in his attachment to the city of Medina, where Prophet Muhammad had lived and walked, refusing to abandon his sacred homeland. With the death of Uthman, Ali, who had previously served in advisory roles to his predecessors, ascended to the position of caliph. However, the unity among Muslims had fractured with Uthman's demise. Muawiyah, now leading the Umayyad clan, sought retribution for Uthman's death. Yet, Ali prioritized restoring stability over seeking immediate justice, further fueling discontent and rebellion. The simmering tensions erupted into the First Fitna, the first civil war of the Islamic Empire, which spanned from 656 to 661 CE. In the Battle of the Camel in 656 CE, Ali confronted Aisha, the youngest wife of Prophet Muhammad, emerging victorious but tarnishing his reputation by shedding Muslim blood. He then engaged Muawiyah in the Battle of Siffin, resulting in a stalemate, as Muawiyah continued to challenge Ali's authority with widespread support. Ali's decision to relocate the capital to Kufa in modern-day Iraq added to his challenges. His rule faltered, halting the empire's expansion and deepening divisions among Muslims. Despite posthumous recognition in Shia Islamic ideology, Ali's reputation plummeted among his subjects, many of whom abandoned him. Meanwhile, Muawiyah declared himself caliph in Jerusalem, leading to dual caliphates. Ali's tenure was cut short when he was assassinated by the extremist group known as the Kharjites in 661 CE. Although Ali's rule was marred by errors, his unwavering piety, wisdom, and battlefield courage earned him the epithet, the Lion of God. In the aftermath, Muawiyah survived an assassination attempt by the Kharjites and established the Umayyad dynasty. Under their rule, stability was enforced through oppressive measures, and the empire expanded to its zenith. While the Rashidun Caliphs were surpassed in political and military accomplishments by their successors, they are revered as paragons of piety by present-day Muslims.